Welcome back to Alycia and Christeana's news channel, where we update and chat about all the things going on in and around our communities. Today's special is something you're not going to want to miss, so hang tight and let's get started. Virginia Tech students housed in Slusher Tower were flooded last Thursday in a treacherous disaster, ruining Blacksburg's not only tallest and oldest dorm to Tech's campus. Reporter Emery Williams speaks to those within the community affected and how they are managing the circumstances and potential outcomes.
Honestly, I think everyone was just in shock.
Virginia Tech students paying thousands in housing should at least expect a warm bed. However, that was not the case for some Slusher residents. The pictures on your screen are just some of the many pictures floating around campus detailing major flooding that happened just last Thursday.
My friends up on the 11th, 10 and 9, they said they got a foot of water in their dorms. Elevators are broken. Textbooks, notebooks, laptops.
Students tell me they can't get into their bathrooms. They have friends who are getting sick from the mold, and the smell is horrible. However, they aren't the only ones affected by the flooding in the building.
It will take time because we have so many construction workers in here trying to repair the damage and get the moisture out.
Maintenance personnel tell me it all started right here on the 11th floor, where the pipe right above me with the sprinkler head burst. Water pouring everywhere. Students who live here tell me their number one concern is what's going to happen next.
When you're dealing with a situation like this, is you don't know how it'll affect students. So obviously, restoration is a big part of that. And so the university jumped right on that.
Virginia Tech Risk Management is also helping students by helping them record personal property damage. Students were also given a note like this one, notifying their teachers of the reason they might not be able to make it to class. Students say they are grateful for the response. However, they wish there was more communication.
Just saying this is what's happening, here's what we're gonna do.
Reporting in Blacksburg, Mari Williams, back to you.
According to authorities, the Virginia Walmart shooter, Andre Bing, who killed 6 people on Tuesday, November 22nd, bought guns prior to the shooting. Police also said that the shooter left a note of grievances. We will have more details on this story after this short break.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
We are back with more details on the Walmart shooter, Andre Bing. Reports show that Bing left a death note, which stated his claim of being harassed. The note said, "Everyone, but I did not plan this. I promise things just fell in place like I was led by the Satan." Walmart said Bing has worked with the company since 2010 as the overnight team led. Bing claimed that he not only felt harassed by other associates, but received, quote, "evil, twisted grins," was mocked and celebrated for his downfall. Bing was found dead inside the break room from what police say was self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Police say he had no criminal history and was dressed in civilian clothing without body armor. More students are applying to be student leaders at Virginia Tech with the benefit of free housing. Reporter Maddie Armstrong speaks to those students on how they are managing their new leadership role and what they hope to get out of the experience.
This time of year, Virginia Tech students have finished their student leader applications and are preparing for interviews. Among those applications, many returning student leaders prepared for the next year.
Housing around Blacksburg is not cheap nor is it inexpensive, and so it can be a really huge stress for them. And so a lot of people look towards this job and for this job for that, just to make paying college a little bit easier.
However, for some, it's more than the free housing that makes the job seem worthwhile.
It's a very nice community where I get to sort of engage with people who have the same interests as me, and I feel like living on campus really gives me the opportunity to get to know more people.
For all student leaders returning or new, community is the main goal they have for everyone.
People coming to our university really come in where they're sitting at right now in their hometown, and this is a place where they get to explore and grow. And I think having that community that wants to be there to help that process is really the end goal of what we're trying to do.
Despite the numerous reasons to continue and join the student leader community, there are still many reasons to leave, unfortunately.
Between the lack of sleep and support, many returners find themselves burnt out from the experience.
And as much as like helping people is really fulfilling, it can also just be really draining when that's all that you're doing.
As interviews arrive, only time can tell how the group will do. Reporting from Blacksburg, I'm Maddie Armstrong.
As of Saturday morning in Goma, Africa, Kenyan soldiers have made their way to the lakeside capital of the eastern Congo. Salons along Into Highway host crowds of both men and women draped in representations of their culture during times of tension and economic uncertainty. The Biden administration has stopped accepting new applications for its student debt relief program as of November 11th. We speak with Virginia Tech students on the topic, and this is what they had to say. Have you heard about the Biden administration student debt relief program?
Yes, I have.
Do you agree or disagree with them dropping it?
Disagree completely. I mean, the cost of students attending college has kept increasing, yet there's been very little reform regarding student aid relief in general. So I feel like the United States has just been kind of plateauing on that, while the cost of colleges has been incrementally increasing.
I agree with the Biden $10,000 student loan relief, and I actually got that deducted this year. Thank you very much, Biden.
I think that it's bad for people who really need it, you know? There's people out there who really need the extra help to get into college and get an education.
I think that it's a great idea for our students and our youth that they can go into life without having these mountains of debt. And I feel like it's very sad that
I'm your host, Alycia Baker, and thank you for tuning in.